Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Well, Christmas is over. I can put out a couple more videos of knives because Christmas is over. So hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. You're enjoying your days off. You're enjoying your time with family. That's always important. Well, I've got a video to put out here for a customer's knife. And I couldn't put it out because his father actually likes my channel, follows, I think he's seen some of the YouTube videos here. I know he's been over on Facebook a little bit. And so I couldn't put the video out until after Christmas, so he has it. So let's get at the reveal, shall we? Let's go. Alrighty guys, got my coffee here. A little chilly in the shop yet, so I'm sorry if the noise is coming over. Whew, had to turn down to 50, 55 degrees, something like that. So one of the chores coming up is insulating the ceiling better. I mentioned earlier about I put this foil up here in the ceiling, but it doesn't work as well as just insulating it all. So anyhow, that's not why you clicked on this today. So having my coffee for the morning. Again, hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's 2017 right now, so it's still not 2018 yet. 2017. But I was just finishing up some knives. Actually, I have one more knife to finish up, the sheath at least. But I'm not going to be able to get to that person to get him the knife or anything like that until probably sometime after the first of the year. So I got my dad's in visiting, so we're doing stuff now. So I just had to finish this up. And this knife was finished up for Chris and Asher. This is their dad or grandpa's knife. I'm going to put pictures in there, of course, but as you guys know, I've been practicing leather quite a bit, and I did a couple of the sheaths and tooling and stuff like that, and I was talking to Chris, and I was going to try. He didn't really care, what type of sheath or anything else. He picked out the leather, he picked out the scales, he picked the knife out, and Chris and I were supposed to work together on this knife. And he came out to the shop a couple of times, and we tried some things out, and he did do a little bit of this knife here. He shaped it. I got it shaped out of rough stock material, did the holes for the tang, picked out the pins, picked out the wood, picked out the die for the leather. But when it came to tapering the tang and profiling the blade, he was struggling a little bit. And, not everybody can do this. Not everybody can do everything, So I was always telling Chris, don't be hard on yourself, because it's just that it's not that maybe you can't do it. It just takes some people longer to get the feel and and to do that kind of thing. So, but we didn't have a lot of time because Chris can only meet up one day a week and spend 6-7 hours out here at the shop, and then the company he works for started kicking in overtime, and then he couldn't come out at all. So he was able to put in some input, but he couldn't do everything that he wanted to do. And then kids started getting sick. I got sick. His kid got sick. We were supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff to make this a father and son kind of like a compilation here. They would have a lot of input on this, but we couldn't get that all sorted out. So I felt bad about that. So I took on the rest of the task to work on the knife and finish it all for Chris and Asher so they could give it to their dad, their grandpa. What we have here is a dress Jasper. Dress Jasper. Chris picked out a decorative pin as the front pin, and that was the bugling elk, as you see here, as well as a little 1/8" brass pin, just to kind of offset the two a little bit. But what he really was stoked about when I showed him is I only had a couple of pieces of this, and that's that curly black walnut. I came across a stick. It was probably in about 1 inch by 2 inches by 12 inches. And that's all I have. And so Chris saw that curly black walnut and was really sharp. It is, I gotta admit, it's really cool. After I finished this Jasper, I soaked it in my boiled linseed oil mineral spirit mix for about 3 or 4 days. It just sat submersed in that. I took it out, wiped it down, and I let it air dry for another 2 or 3 days. Then I cleaned it up really good again, making sure it was all fine. And then I started finishing off, and I did 4 coats of True Oil. It's what they use on gun stocks. So I sealed it all up with True Oil and then just took it to the buffer and cleaned it up a little bit. So I don't finish my knives off at a high sheen, the scales at a high sheen, and make them too slippery. But this definitely, it feels nice. It's got a nice smooth finish to it, and it's really nice. And you can see the stripes, as you see in the pictures and such. You can see the curl in that black walnut. It's really something else. So the other thing we were talking about trying to do is, I thought instead of doing just a basic Kydex sheath, I thought this Jasper would really look nice in a leather sheath. I thought that would really be cool. Plus it gives me an opportunity to do more leather work. So I tried my hand at some pancake style sheaths. Not so good. I've failed more in 3 months trying to make leather sheaths and learning leather. I've failed more in 3 months than I have in over 2 years of knife making. And it's just because the leather has such a fine finish that you can't, any little mark or anything like that, you have to be very careful, very conscientious of what you're doing and aware of everything. Fingernails, you got to really cut your fingernails down to till you're nearly bleeding. You got to get, because fingernail scuffs and everything. So anyhow, and I wanted to do something really nice with a nice, clean, elegant finish. Nothing fancy, nothing really elaborate, but just something that was clean, nice, and elegant. And I think I got it. So this is the sheath. Finished it up really nice. I finished it with a little bit of a brass pin on the back here, as well as some, I did an accent stitch along the edge, and then I edge dressed everything. I did a nice little edge dressing on all that stuff, so it worked really well. But what's more important, it doesn't come out. It's got a light, you pull it out lightly, but it snaps in there really good, and it holds well. It's holding well, but it's nice, tight, convenient for a good 1.5-inch belt loop. But again, just really clean and simple, and that's what I wanted to keep it at. I just wanted the leather and the dye and everything to really speak for itself. So, and to be all honest, I was so whooped on leather. I had been beaten down so much mentally that this was a monumental feat for me at this point. So, but anyhow, appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to put the pictures in here, so do that, a little slideshow for everybody to see. But thanks everybody, I appreciate it, all the support. Actually, I think, and for those that were kind of following it, my daughter is really follows my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and she sends me all these messages and everything, and she's always checking my YouTube subscriber count and all that kind of stuff. And she was just stoked, what I was getting up to and what I'm passing. So as this video, I'm watching it now, we're approaching 2018, and I just broke 2018 subscribers. Ha! Awesome, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's cool. Yeah, she's like, Dad, you got to get it. And I was literally 1,600 subscribers the end of November. And she's like, oh, we're not going to make 2,000 for 2018. And she wanted to do that so badly. And I'm like, it's no biggie. It's great. I was happy I broke 200. But that was so cool. So she keeps telling me, and as the making of this video, I just checked, and I got 2,018 subscribers. So it's a couple days after Christmas here. My days are all messed up here. So, but thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So everybody that's subscribing, thank you very much. Facebook, my friends and family, and everybody that's been jumping over to Facebook and subscribing and following my page, thank you. Sharing my stuff from Facebook, because as you know, Facebook won't let me advertise. I can't do paid advertising because I make knives. But that's really cool. I thank you very much. If you guys want to support the channel, again, it's still 2017, and as this time next year, I'll be releasing all the winners and all the raffle stuff, so you can jump over to patreon.com and check out the levels of participation as becoming a Patreon supporter. And you can get a chance of getting gift cards from me or gift cards from Amazon, some little swag, hats, hunting stuff like that, maybe a ferro rod, and even get your own Jasper or something else. So jump over to patreon.com/CK Knife and Tool. Check that out. But again, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Chris, for the opportunity to make this. And until the next video, guys, you take it easy. Have a good one. Have a safe 2018. Take care.